Hi Virgo, welcome to your December 2019 love reading. We're going to see what's happening for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and of course Venus. See what's happening for our Virgo darlings in the month ahead. We're going to pick 5 cards here and we're going to see what you all can expect. Cards are getting kind of stuck as I'm shuffling, so there could be an impasse. There could be a decision coming up for you. There could be a crossroads coming up in love. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. It's funny because I don't know if you guys can hear in the background as I'm shuffling, but someone keeps coming in and out of the building and slamming the door. Like, I don't know what's going on. Back to back, back to back, back to back. So maybe it's a sign for some of you. Maybe you guys have somebody who's coming in and out. Or you can't decide if you want to stay or if you want to go. Like the person who keeps slamming the door. But we'll see. There is some kind of crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty, my darlings. So your first card here, Virgo, is we have the Star. Okay? The Star is a major arcana card, so it can definitely indicate that you are coming at a crossroads or something is happening in December that has to do with your spiritual path or your life lesson as it pertains to love, as it pertains to what you've come here to accomplish in love. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius because the Star card is also associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. But, you know, it might not be about astrology. It could just be the energy of the card itself. The Star card can also indicate feeling very inspired, feeling very like just in your inspiration and getting out of darkness, getting out of the chaos and being this light, you know, or allowing your light to shine, shining through the darkness, kind of being seen. You may have put someone through the ringer, or someone may have put you through the ringer, and there may be a desire to try to reconcile or to come back. You know, there could just be where there's like this source of inspiration. You may be really inspiring someone, or someone may be very inspired by you. Sometimes the roles can reverse. The main thing, though, with the Star card when it comes up, it does tell us that the worst of something is over. The worst of something is behind you. So if there's been something you've been kind of grappling with or some issue you've been having in your love life, you can expect for things to get better now, okay? You can expect for things to get better now and you can begin to make long-term plans moving forward, okay? That's one of the big messages that comes in with the Star card. Your next card here, Virgo, is we have Strength. Wow. 2 major arcanas back to back. This is going to be a big month for you. Very big month for you. Makes sense why the cards were a little bit stiff or a little bit, you know, you're going to have some choices and decisions to make. When the Strength card comes up, it's very much about coming out of your comfort zone and going out into the unfamiliar, like going out into uncharted territory. And this could be in terms of a relationship. You know, maybe if you're trying to make a relationship work, you're really going to have to address the things and look at the things that, you know, you're going to have to bring them to light. You're going to have to address them. You're going to have to face that lion and tame it, whether it be within yourself, whether it be within the other person, whether it be in the relationship. There's going to be some vulnerability, okay? For some of you, you might be deciding to kind of go out into the unknown to find your soulmates, or to leave something toxic behind. To have the Star card and the Strength card coming back to back, for me, those are 2 very independent cards. Those are 2 very, like, just embracing change kind of cards. So Strength card could also indicate that some of you, other ones of you, may be dealing with a Leo here. But it makes me feel really strongly like there's an energy here where you are having to kind of face your insecurities. Face your insecurities, face your fears, conquer yourself, okay? So if you are wanting to go back to someone, or if you are wanting to try to salvage or save a relationship, there may be some soul work you're being called to do, Virgo. There may be some things within yourself that you're having to turn to your inspiration, your healing, your creativity, and you're having to make a commitment to yourself to see this through, okay? You're having to make a commitment to yourself to see this through. Some of you are in love with someone, or you're wanting to make room for a relationship in your life, or to call in a new relationship. But I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the circumstances in your life make it very difficult. Either because they don't like the person that you're with, or they're just toxic in general and they want to rain on your parade, or there's just a lot of people pulling on you that's making it difficult for you to have the time to go out there and to have a love life. So it can be very challenging for you. It can be very difficult for you to be able to focus on your love life right now. And so it's going to require for you to be strong, to have the strength to set those boundaries, and to be able to say, like, this is what I'm going to do. This is the direction I'm going in. This is what I'm going to focus on. And for those of you where you have that situation where other people are kind of being interrupting in your love life, you're going to catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Same way, if you're going into a vulnerable situation, you're trying to heal a relationship, you're going to catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, which means that you can be strong, you can be bold, you can stand up for yourself, but you can also do it with sweetness, you can do it with gentleness, you can do it with kindness. I always say with the Strength card, the way she has her hand on that lion there, I don't think she went in there and started beating it up and challenging it to a fight and screaming at it and kicking it around. It would rip her to shreds. So I imagine, how did she win that lion over? Maybe she was very cautious. She stayed out of the way. She was careful. Maybe little by little, maybe she left out food and water for it. Maybe she took care of it when it was injured and when it was sick. And little by little, she won it over. Okay, little by little, she won it over. And so it's sometimes with that sweetness. Sometimes it's with that sweetness that's really our strength, our biggest strength, or our biggest tool or asset. So it could be the way in which you're turning people down, or the way in which you are addressing someone in a relationship where something needs to be healed so that you can move past from the drama and for things to get better. Kind of watch your approach here. Next, we have your Queen of Fire. So some of you could really, really be dealing with a fire sign, okay? Leo is a fire sign, but fire can also be Sagittarius. Fire can also be Aries. There could be someone that you're dealing with that's a fire sign. If you are also maybe potentially a Virgo that has fire in your chart, your fire may really be coming up in December, and it might really be benefiting you and blessing you in your path for love, or your search for love, or improving your love life or love situation. Queen of Fire can indicate a third-party situation sometimes, but I'm not necessarily getting a third-party situation here. I'm feeling Queen of Fire more in the sense of just like that confidence, that boldness, that fun. Queen of Fire, she's the life of the party. She's really funny. She's very independent. And so some of you might be trying to make things work in a relationship, and this could be the issue. That either the person is very independent and it's making you insecure, or vice versa. You're very independent and it's making that other person insecure. But the beautiful thing about Queen of Fire is she doesn't have time for drama. She knows what she's worth. She knows what she deserves. And she goes out and she gets it. And so some of you might be coming into that approach with love, where you're like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm sick of this. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for what's going to make me happy. I know what I'm bringing to the table. I know what I have to offer. And, I'm not going to feel insecure anymore. And I'm just going to, have the relationship that I want to have. That is, as you're connecting with your passion. I do feel for some of you, you are standing up to a person, a female energy, that's been an obstacle for you in your love life. Either this is that person that just is making it hard for you to focus on yourself and what you want to do, and you're setting boundaries with them, or it could be someone who's interfering with a relationship. It could be a sister, it could be a mother, it could be a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law. But I feel for some of you like you're putting someone in their place, or you're putting them in their place, but you're having to do it with kindness, you're having to do it with gentleness. Okay? Or some of you are feeling like this Queen of Fire is coming in and challenging you in the relationship. Maybe you're in the relationship with the Queen of Fire, and it's just coming up as like, well, I know what I'm worth and I know what I'm bringing to the table. So you might have to be very cautious in how you're addressing the situation. Again, that gentleness, right? Because if you're challenging them, they're gonna be like, what now, what, right? So even if it's you challenging someone and getting them out of your relationship, you're gonna have to do it with that finesse, right? But you're gonna be able to shut something down. So let's see, my dears. Next we have Six of Water. Six of Water can indicate a reconciliation. Okay, so maybe you're trying things out again, but you're coming into it with a new approach, a gentler approach. You're letting people know who needs to stay out of the relationship. It could be a reconciliation. For some of you, it can have to do with having to address things from childhood that might be affecting your relationship, or you're trying to make something work for the sake of children that might be involved. And that could be a challenge for some of you too, where you're having to be strong and you're telling yourself, okay, I'm going to do this for 4 more years, or like whatever it is till the kids are at 18, or whatever it might be. You're just telling yourself that you're trying to do this for the sake of returning a sense of home, returning a sense of closeness. But this card for other ones of you means that it's time to stop looking at the past or living in fear of the past experiences, because the Star card is telling you that you can expect things to get better now. The Strength card is telling you it's time to go out, come out of your comfort zone, go out into the unknown. The Queen of Fire is saying seize the opportunity. And Six of Water can be someone who might be really just focusing on the past, living in the past, looking behind them. And Spirit is saying it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. Don't keep dwelling on what has happened. Focus on this moment forward, moving forward for you in your love relationship. Okay? I do feel, Virgo, though, for some reason there's a strong sense of longing. Whether someone's longing for you and resurfacing, or you're longing for someone else. You may be longing for someone else, and that person may be in an energy where you feel like they've really moved on, or they've really, really just kind of, gone in a completely different direction, or vice versa, Virgo. Somebody may be viewing you in that way. But understand and know, Spirit is letting you know that, like, things are going to work out. Things are going to work out to keep moving in the new direction. Keep moving in the new direction. Don't allow what happened in the past to continue haunting you, or just because somebody might be coming around for you or longing for you, they got to do their work and they got to prove themselves before you let them back in, right? Something here does feel unfinished to me, though. Let's see, the next card may give us some clarity on that. Okay, so here we have Eight of Water. Eight of Water, Eight of Water, Eight of Water. Eight of Water is telling me some wish is coming true. So if you've been wanting a reconciliation, it's happening. If you've been longing for someone, they're showing up, it's happening. Or you've been trying to work the nerve to, go and approach someone from the past and tell them that you're sorry, it's happening. Whatever the scenario is, it's happening. For me, when I see Eight of Cups or Eight of Water, it's saying that your wish is coming true. But once it comes true, then you're in this element of feeling like, oh my gosh, well, it's finally here. I worked really hard to get it. It's finally happened. But man, I don't feel the way I thought I was going to feel. I don't feel the happiness I thought I was going to feel. Oh, did my Christmas lights go out? I gotta change the batteries in there. I'm sorry, guys. You know, you're gonna have to see about finding what's gonna give you that fulfillment. And when Eight of Water comes up, it tells us that we're trying to fill a God-shaped hole here, or a void that's like God-shaped. So you have to find who or what your God is. Until that happens, you're not going to feel any happiness with any relationship. You're going to keep looking back over your shoulder saying, oh, that other one was better. Oh, I shouldn't have walked away from that one. Or you might get somebody from the past back and you're going to say, oh, something is still missing. Oh, something is still empty. Because there's a spiritual connection that needs to happen here. Okay? You need to find your Zen. You need to find what makes you feel whole. You need to find what makes you feel complete. You know, like here, this person's got all this treasure here in front of them, but they're still staring off at that ship. You know, it's that adventure. It's that experience. You know, what are you longing for in your life? So when Eight of Water comes up for me, sometimes it says that, you know, you're going to manifest a particular relationship, or you're in a relationship which you've manifested already, but you feel unhappy. And the issue might not be the relationship. It might not be the person that you're with, but it's something within yourself that needs to be filled up. Okay? And sometimes when you fill that up, when you find your Zen, when you find your spiritual connection, you will ascend into a higher vibration and you will manifest a new love relationship. But until you do that search and connection, no matter who you go to, you're not going to be feeling fulfilled. So Virgo, some of you may be finding yourself in a pattern or in a cycle where there's been some bouncing around, or going back and forth between different relationships, or going back and forth in your mind about, oh, should I reconcile with this person or no, or you know, should I you know, stay in this relationship or not. You're going to keep asking yourself this no matter what relationship you go into, until you find your Zen. Okay? And to find your Zen, you're going to have to think about what makes you happy. And you're going to have to take little tiny baby steps in the beginning if you have no clue what it is. Okay? You know, and when I say little tiny baby steps, that means go way, way, way back to the very, very minimal of what makes you happy. Does watching comedies make you happy? Does listening to certain music make you happy? Does dancing around your place make you happy? Does going to the movies make you happy? Does gardening make you happy? It might seem like it's not connected, but the more you do things that are making you happy in that moment, it's going to guide you to the bigger thing. It's going to guide you to the bigger longing. Okay? So you're going to take the baby steps to trace it. It sounds like it's unrelated, but it's not unrelated. Okay? I can tell you from my own experience. That's going to open the doors for you. So be sure to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Your Venus, a lot of people watch their Venus for the love reading because Venus rules love. And so that will resonate with a lot of people. I know for me, I tend to resonate more with my moon, but my moon is on a cusp. So there's two different signs. And if you're not sure what's going to resonate with you more, my advice is for a few months, watch all of them. After a few months, whichever one tends to resonate with you most, then you know, oh, okay, well, my Venus really resonates with love, or oh, my moon really resonates with love. You'll be able to know after a few months, but maybe watch all of them. And it doesn't hurt if you have time to do that. Then you're going to be, I'm sure, pulling things from each one, right? Because they're different aspects of yourself, so it can be helpful. Private readings will be up again probably around December 15th, give or take a day or two. Still in the process of doing the 2020 videos and trying to play catch up with all the videos that need to get posted. And then redoing the calendar. I will launch it soon and make an announcement when that's up again. And don't forget, my dears, to watch your weekly forecasts. I know love is important, but you also want to focus and see all the other aspects of life, and that's what I focus on in the weekly readings. So I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I am wishing you a fabulous holiday, my dears.